Oh yeah, it's your boy Live Wire, and I'm back in the motherfucking building. What is up, my people? How are you doing today? What is the deal? What's going on, everybody? Yeah, it's your boy Live in Effect, and I'm back. And I wanted to talk today about some interesting news, or I guess semi leaks, that came out on the internet about Project Scorpio. So I want to talk about those things. I want to talk about uh, some also game info that came out about State of Decay that I really didn't get into too much of it as of yet. So I want to talk about that. But first thing I want to say is, hey, what it is? What is going on, people? Hold on. Let me pop down it. Hold up. I'm hearing feedback in my ear. What up, DJ Sing? What's good? Nah, nothing much, man. I'm out here chilling. I just got finished. Well, not finished, but I'm halfway done working on this advertisement. So I got a little free time. The wife's not coming home until late. So that means I get the game a little bit early. So it's all good in the fucking hood over here. Hey, I can't wait, babe. This is gonna be great. Man. So Xbox, right? Well, what I'm hearing, a few little sites here and there, talking about Xbox might come out around a 400 to 500 price tag, which I believe most of us thought it would. So this whole idea that it's going to be like $700, and I'm talking about US. I don't know what that translates to other currencies. I could easily find out, but I just don't feel like figuring that shit out right now. But what I can say is, duh, it's a fucking console. We already saw that the PlayStation 4 didn't. I mean, I don't remember there ever being a console that sold well at anything above $400. To be honest, obviously the mic. I mean, Xbox One sold okay, but you're talking about something. Uh, when it come out in November, they dropped the Connect and the price went down to like 400 in March, I believe. So, it wasn't a very long time that console was at $500. And also, when you're talking about a launch console, yeah, people are willing to pay a lot of money for, launch, because a lot of people bought the PS3 for 600, initially, and then that shit dropped off after, once you get that first wave of hardcores to get it, yeah, that could be a couple. I don't know. It might even be a good solid 5 million to go just jump on something early. But then after that, if you want more, you're talking about the casuals, and the casuals aren't paying $500 and $600 for a console. Now, not to say, I know Microsoft said that this console that they have is called the Xbox Scorpio is for the hardcore. The thing is, I could see that price being for the hardcore being set at $400 for the simple fact that even if you want to justify, you you can't make the price to the point where somebody looks at the console and then looks at PC gaming and says, you know what, for a few more $100, I can get a decent enough PC to do it. Now, yeah, it might not do what Xbox Scorpio does, but for some of these guys, that's a $500 console. They're gonna put it together themselves. Maybe they're not, the inconveniences of certain things not working. Just because you put a PC together doesn't guarantee that shit's gonna work the first time you turn it on. I'm just saying, I've seen many of people just put a PC together, turn that bitch on, the shit don't work. They got to take it apart and put it back together, figure out what the fuck they messed up. Shit like that happens a lot, especially when you're building your shit yourself. When you don't build, that's why most people don't do it. They don't build their own PCs because guess what? You don't want to buy all these parts and find out that you fucking short circuited some shit because you weren't grounded. It's just That shit sucks, man. That's why most people just get that shit built, and you take the hit on whatever the $300 price tag that comes along with it, if not more. But yeah, I mean, yeah, 4 to 500. That sounds good. 5 is doable, especially for what the power is going to be. 4 is tremendous. Shit, for $400, that shit is liable to break the internet. You're talking about a $399 Xbox Scorpio, the most powerful console we've ever seen, more powerful than PS4 when it came out in comparison to Xbox One, more powerful than the PS4 Pro when it came out in comparison to the Xbox One and the PS4 Slim and OG. Yeah, that shit is it's liable to break the internet. I mean, who doesn't want just think about it, the most powerful console, yet it's also the most affordable powerful console we've ever had. It's just it's amazing. Damn, you bought the Kinect for Xbox One for $650? Jesus. Oh, okay. I get it. So oh yeah, that's right. I keep on forgetting. Saying you're in India, right? So yeah. All right, that makes sense. I keep on forgetting the price difference. Yeah, $650. I don't know how economically that feels different or not, but but yes, I mean, still, it's a lot of money. But for me, I think that Microsoft, man, they hit 400, man. That's a great point to really push ahead. Now, my ideas. I do not believe Xbox Scorpio is going to light the world on fire. I'm not saying they're not. It's not going to do it. I'm just saying that's not one of my predictions. I mean, I think it'll do fairly well. I think it will sell a lot. What's going on? Who's next? I think it will do a lot better than the Pro, obviously. But is it going to light the world on fire? I don't know. It's to be seen. To me, it's really the price. That price is key, man. That price is key. The one thing that Xbox does have in its favor is because a lot of people haven't already bought the Xbox, getting the Scorpio becomes a viable option for those people. The people that already got an Xbox that are hardcore Xbox fans, they don't give a fuck. We're buying that shit anyway. Doesn't matter if I bought a fucking Slim last year and I'm buying a Scorpio this year. I don't give a fuck. I'm getting it. If I have to, I'll trade in the Xbox One S. If the OG, the trade in policy is like dog shit. Like if they're like, oh, trade in your OG, but you only get like $50 for it, but you get like $150 for the Slim. I'm like, fuck. I'm gonna have to give it the Slim because I'm not trading in the OG and getting back $50. Fuck you, GameStop. You suck dicks, you little assholes. But to me, it can push if the price is right. 400 hardcores will get it, and they have kiosks out, and people see what it is. They need to forge a way into Best Buy, because to me, to be honest, Best Buy is where most hardcore people go to get their shit, because obviously that's the kind of the hardcore store for electronics junkies is Best Buy. I mean, other than that, everybody else gets their shit on the internet. I mean, Walmart's cool too, but I think Walmart really, out of Walmart, I wouldn't be surprised if PlayStation and Xbox One S outsell the Pro and the Scorpio, just because it just seems, it's more of a budget scene. Now, Target might be a better place for Xbox Scorpio to have a kiosk. I mean, granted, they should have it everywhere. They should have this kiosk everywhere so everybody can see the power. So therefore, there's no Nobody running around with these bullshit statements of, oh, well, the PS4 is still as good. No, bitch. I went to fucking Walmart yesterday and I synced the shit. It ain't. It ain't as good. I seen it in my own eyes. It's not as good. So you over here fanboying because that shit is not acceptable in comparison, man. The fucking Pro ain't doing this, you know. So I mean, looking at the landscape, it has a shot. It definitely has a shot to win back to the States. I give it that. It definitely has a shot to win back the States. The key is, can you win back the Xbox gamers that already went to PlayStation? Question is, did they go digital? Full digital? That is the question. And do they care about the library that they're going to lose? Now, the thing is, I don't know if the digital games that somebody might have bought on PS4 matter that much to them, unless they're a hardcore PlayStation 4 gamer. I don't know, because the thing is, if you're a person that just plays the game and beats it and don't never look at the shit again, you just bought it digital because you just didn't feel like getting up to have to change the disc all the time. Okay. But does that library that you're leaving matter that much to you? I don't know. I think majority of the people on PlayStation 4 probably Redbox most of their shit more than anything. And the reason I say that is because as popular as Uncharted 4 was, all the critical claim that it got, it still only sold 8 million when you have about 60 million PS4s out there. That's around 13% of the user base bought the game or owned the game. That's not that great when you're talking about in comparison to Xbox, where when Halo dropped, about 33% of the user base bought that game. So it's a big difference. So I think that they have a chance. They have a chance. They just have to convince the hardcore. I would say the hardcore casuals, and to me that's the group that these guys play games all the time, but they play specific games. They might only play Call of Duty and Madden and whatever multiplayer. They give very little shits about exclusives. Everybody might swoon over Uncharted, but Uncharted might not be their cup of tea because its multiplayer isn't as good as something like a Rainbow Six. Like there are people that are. Rainbow Six, it sold fairly well. I don't know if it's on. I'm pretty sure it's not that close to Uncharted, but I don't know. It might be a couple of million strong. I know that second year, which was interesting. It didn't sell well the first holiday, but it sold really well the second holiday it was out, which is kind of crazy. But then again, nowadays, no, I guess not, because look at fucking GTA 5. That shit's insane. Like that bitch sells all year round. It doesn't even fucking matter. Like that shit just sells. If Microsoft has that in 4K, ooh shit. You will see motherfuckers go over there and get an Xbox just to play that shit in 4K. Especially if they can get that bitch 4K 60. Shit. Yo, what's going on, Mike? What it is, man? FC Violent Man. Man. The OG games. To be honest, I don't know. Look, these are my thoughts on OG games. They would have to reintroduce these games similar to what they're doing with Voodoo Vince, to be honest. Or they would have to have it set up that they're like, all right, we're going to legitimately overhaul this game. We're going to go back to the drawing board. But they got to pick games that people care about. You can't just like, I know a lot of people say, man, I want Crimson Sky. But let's be honest, a lot of people didn't buy Crimson Sky. So you got to rethink that game. You can't just, just do a up res or some shit like that alone if you're really trying to reestablish that franchise. Yeah, I mean, the thing with, I'm looking at Phantom Dust, and I know they were going to try to do something new with that. Man, shit is hard, man, because it's just, Xbox gamers for the most part, they do not like those type of games, man. I mean, I'm gonna give it a shot. I bought Voodoo Vince, so I'll give it. I mean, as long as the price is right, man. Voodoo Vince was like $15, and I'm like, fuck it. Why not? I bought everything else. I don't need only AAAs. Plus, I got fucking AAAs I don't even fucking beat yet. So, Lord knows I don't need another one right now. I need to finish the shit I already got. But I don't know. Voodoo Vince is straight for what it is. I mean, it is in general. I got Arrow, which I beat the normal version. I mean, normal mode, and I'm trying to rock out on the advanced, and that shit is hard in the motherfucker. Oh shit. But like games like that, man, I like to have the oh, you talking about Azuric? Yeah, that's my brother's game. My brother liked that game a lot. There's a lot of OG games that they had that had a lot of potential. Actually, to be honest, if they're gonna do anything, they got to do KOTOR. KOTOR is one of the biggest OG Xbox games, along with the likes of Halo and Project Gotham. To be honest, I wouldn't mind if they got back Project Gotham or something like, obviously they got Forza and they got Forza Horizon. My thing is they don't have anything that's street level. Like they did something somewhat street with Forza Presents the Fast and the Furious. My thing is, instead of making that shit DLC, they either need to get the rights and make an actual Fast and the Furious game and see what they can do with that. I don't know if it, I mean, I guess they would have to determine whether or not it's good enough to just make it straight up a straight up driving game, or if they want to make it like a GTA style game. I don't know. I mean, I have a lot of ideas of what they could do with it, but whichever they choose, man, they need to definitely tap into the whole underground racing type shit. That shit would be hot, man. Being able to take your guy online and drag race against other people for their fucking cars and shit. That shit would be hot. I wouldn't lie, that shit would be hot. I don't know how many people. I mean, some people might be afraid to do it, but I'm like, yo, man, you get good enough, you can win somebody's car. Why not? Why not? Yeah. What's going on, Antonio? Oh, Kelvin, what's good? The PS4 Pro killer. Yeah, $399. I think that'll do it. I mean, because even at $350, you're talking about a $50 difference if the Pro drops down to $350. Shit. I mean, I don't know who would opt for Xbox. I mean, for a Pro over Xbox Scorpio. I mean, I don't see. I know a Pony will be like, oh well, PlayStation has the games, but I'm like, bitch, Xbox will have all the fucking games. What you talking about? All the multi-plats would be fucking incredible. You just talking about some exclusives. And the thing that's funny as hell to me is they negate the fact that, look, man, you might have a lot of exclusives right now, but overall, it pretty much comes down to the same shit. Because unless you're gonna add on tax on all those Japanese RPG type games that nobody gives a fuck about, and I mean nobody. Like they had one point during the holidays, they had like 3 or 4 JRPGs come out. And yes, the hardcore PlayStation guys were talking about that shit, but nobody else, fucking media wasn't even talking about that shit. You know, Gravity Rush is about as far as they go with the whole JRPG. Well, I mean, I don't even know if that's a JRPG, but Japanese type shit, whatever the fuck. That's about as far as they go. You know. Let's see. But yeah, 400 would be nice, man. 400, you know what I'll do with that, man? 400, I'll be like, all right, bet. I trade in my shit. I'll be able to get my TV. I don't want to spend much more than $1,000 for it. I think 1,200 to be the most I want to spend for it. I just because I know that the TV I'm gonna get ain't going to be the full maxed out TV for the potential of Scorpio, because it got the ability to do V-Sync, which they don't even have TVs on the market that do that shit right now. So it's like, fuck, you know, I don't want to spend a shit ton of money on spend $3,000 on a fucking TV that can't even do V-Sync. Fuck that. I ain't doing that dumb shit. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be greatness. And the salt's gonna be real, man. The salt will be real. But you know what? How long I've been on? I don't even know. You know what? Let me get to my first sponsor. Let me go over here. Put that shit on for you. All right, so this is I got 2 sponsors today. First one is NeoGaf. Go figure, right? Yeah, but it's a sponsor, so hey, cool. All right.
Your way on the interweb today takes everything you got. Taking your hate and all your worries about Microsoft's Xbox. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you gotta go where everybody hates the same, and they're always mad at change. You wanna be where you can see the ponies are all the same. You wanna be where everybody hates Bill Gates. You wanna be where ponies know the media is all the same. You wanna go where everyone loves Sony.
All right, so first sponsors out the way, NeoGaf, cool shit. So anyway, on to the next. I wanted to talk about what we're looking at as far as the 4K being pushed into what looks like to be into Star Wars Battlefront 2. Not that I'm surprised. I mean, I kind of expected this as a DX12 game. You know, you expect it to be 4K. Why not? The only thing that sucks is that obviously I don't know if Microsoft can advertise it. So it's the only thing that sucks about it. What up, Bam? It's good, man. But yeah, that's the thing that kind of sucks about Microsoft not having all these marketing deals. They can't really show on television the fact that they have these games in a certain version. See, the thing is though, I don't know if it necessarily helps or hurts Microsoft, because all right, look at it this way. If Microsoft has the 4K version of a game and it's on TV, it's automatically assumed that that version that's on TV is available for Sony, for most people, especially if it's a multi-plat. So if they see that, oh, Sony has Star Wars Battlefront, right? But they've been looking at the Xbox commercial on TV, that's the 4K ultra textured version, right? When they go home, they're going to get a slightly different game. For the most part, it'll look the same, you know, but I mean, depending on how the commercial is shown, you know, there might be a downscale or downsize in the quality of the game that they're getting. Now, some people will say, well, you know, that's what they got. It is what it is. But I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know if it necessarily helps or hurts Microsoft, because I don't know if they'll equate it where, oh, the Xbox version is better, or they'll just say, oh, they just You know, it's a commercial. It's not supposed to look as good as the commercial. Maybe that's what their thought process will be. Now, in reverse, or as things currently stand, if you get Sony has their commercial out, obviously the game has to be running in engine, or the gameplay has to say running on a PS4 or whatever, right? So it has to show what it looks like running on a PS4, and doing so, then Microsoft has the ability to show it maybe at events and other things, how it looks on their console. So I think that it would be, you know, in their best interest to have a booth at E3. I don't know if they can or cannot. I don't really know. I mean, I think for the most part, unless the marketing deals are crazy, for the most part, I believe that they're able to do that shit. Because usually it's like, all right, if Division's out, then, you know, Division's at Microsoft and Sony's, you know, area. You could play both versions, for as far as I know. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe they changed that and they don't allow you to do that anymore. But as far as I know, you know, Division will be no, not just Division, but game. Yo, this shit is ridiculous. The cell phone, house phone is just like, what the fuck? It's every time, I swear to God. Hello. Obviously, it's always urgent. It's ridiculous. Every time I turn the ringer off on one, it's fucking on up. Yeah, man, it's just that, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought with fucking phones and shit. But yeah, anyway, back to what I was saying. I think that, you know, with Star Wars, or games like it, Microsoft has a chance, as long as, I don't know, they got to figure out a way to be able to. They got to display their games. They're gonna have to go do the Xbox One shit all over again. Like when they had to go out and kind of like drive out. I don't remember if y'all remember this, but like when the Xbox One originally came out, they were getting shitted on, right? So in order to prove to people that these games were actually good, they had like Microsoft employed people in like vans, and they just had and gaming trucks, and they literally just drove from state to state, fucking letting people try out Xbox games. Like sometimes they had Killer Instinct, other times they had Forza, and I think the other game was I don't think they let people play Rise, but it was something else. It was Killer Instinct, Forza. Fuck, what was the other game? Damn, I can't remember what the other game was. It was something else that they had. Maybe it was Call of Duty. I don't know. It was something. But it was Rise? Okay. All right, so maybe it was Rise. Because I know it, they didn't always have all games available. I did notice that. It's usually like 2 at a time. So it was like, all right. It was like either you could play Killer Instinct, or you could play Forza, or you could play Rise, or you could play Forza. I think Forza was always an option. But I must say, you got to do that. They got to have that. They got to have the kiosk. They got to push it. They got to push the shit, man. That's how they'll get out there. Maybe that's what they're saving up their money for. They're going to do a full-fledged campaign. We're like, look, man, we're going to push this bitch. Only problem is, like I said, I don't know if they could put like games like Star Wars Battlefront and all that shit on it. They obviously probably could use the multi-plats that they have in their own, you know, marketing deals, but you know, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, either way, how it turns out, I'm gonna be happy. I'm already happy. I'm getting a console that I want. And it wasn't like I wasn't satisfied with Xbox as is. You know, I was happy with the Xbox One. I got what I wanted, which is why I bought what I wanted. But Microsoft turned around and said, "Look, we're going to buy something more powerful." Because the funny thing is, I never played the Xbox and was like, "Oh man, these games are shit," because PlayStation can play games in a certain higher resolution. I never even thought of no shit like that. Shit didn't even cross my mind. Simply because the resolution gap wasn't that big of a deal. I mean, yeah, it was for some games, but for most, not really. I mean, look, you play GTA 5, not a big deal. Still look about the same. Frame rate was better on the Xbox One. So, you know, shit. That's what it is. I'll take the frame rate over the resolution any day. But yeah, man, it's going to be awesome, man. Getting these games, just the games we want. Like I just can't wait until they kind of say, all right, we already know that our games are going to be 30 frames locked. We're not going to have all the bullshit. All right, that's at the minimum. Now my ideas are like, what else are we getting? Are we getting certain titles at 60? You know, is it all titles, or is it just, you know, what does that entail? Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. And you know, once they divulge that information, man, if we're getting like a bunch of 4K 60 games, shit's gonna be nuts, man. People will lose their minds. They will. Like, that's one thing that I think people underestimate. You can talk about exclusives all you want if they're a Sony guy, right? But if Microsoft comes out and says, guess what, we're going to give you your games, all the new games that are coming out, especially Xbox exclusives, we're going to make those shits in 4K 60. Motherfuckers will go bananas. Nobody will give a fuck about playing Spider-Man at 1080p 30. Like, I'm not caring. You know, Spider-Man I've done played many a time, so I know people are like, no, it's different. It's going to be a better Spider-Man. Yeah, I guess. But you know, I've played good Spider-Man games before. It's not like Spider-Man never had a good game, so it's not like you know, I don't know if it'll ever be as awesome as playing Spider-Man 2. You know, yeah, is it going to be a better game than Spider-Man 2? Well, of course. You know, shit, the last Spider-Man was better than Spider-Man 2, and that shit was shit. But it looked better than Spider-Man 2 did. You can't play that shit right, Spider-Man 2 right now and be like, oh, this shit is hot. Shit is old. You know, but yeah, man, it's just we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Because if a game like Crackdown is 60 frames per second, shit is a wrap. The Crackdown is 60 frames per second. The shit is a wrap, man. It's a fucking wrap. Guarantee it. If it's 60 frames, it's a wrap. Can't tell me shit. You can't tell no what Xbox do shit. I mean, yeah, Forza being 60, we're used to that. It's supposed to be. That's how we equate racing games. I mean, I'm thinking that they're going to bump up Forza Horizon to 60 as well. I mean, at least they should, because that's what the PC is able to do it on 60. So I would think that they would have the option to bump it up to 1440p 60 if that's what the Xbox is going to do. But you know, if we can do 4K, shit, cool. 4K 60, I'll take it. You know, I just can't wait. I can't wait, man. Yo, who heard about the doggone roaches that live in PlayStation show? That shit was fucking nuts. It's like, oh shit, these motherfuckers got roaches in their PS4s. Oh shit. I forget where I was looking at that shit. I think it was on GameSpot or some shit. It was they were talking to multiple repair guys. I'm assuming it has to be in the areas where roaches are commonly found. But they're talking about how the heat projected from the PS4 attracts roaches to it, like a roach motel. I said, "Oh Jesus, that's just gross." Oh man, that shit is by far the fucking, oh my god. Roaches in your fucking PS4. Like, I'll be mad as hell. Imagine buying a fucking used PS4 from GameSpot and there's roaches in that motherfucker. Oh god. That shit gross. Oh, that shit gross. It make you think twice. Be like, yo, you better not buy that used shit. That shit nasty. Oh man. Man. But like it's gonna be a wild year. Sea of Thieves Alpha this weekend. For those of you who are part of the Alpha, it is at 2:00 Eastern Standard Time this weekend. Yes, I will likely be on there unless I am told that we have to do something. It's possible. You know, I do have responsibilities as a husband. So, you know, can't play games all day. You know. But yeah, looking at this, man, I don't, you know what, to be honest, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do new with Sea of Thieves. Obviously, you know, this is the first time I've ever seen anything like this where they build a game and pretty much let you jump in from the jump. You know, like I just don't I don't know, man. It's gonna be interesting to see how they're gonna really roll out with this one, man. What you talk about, Bam? I don't play no games. I was playing fucking Voodoo Vince yesterday. You crazy? Shit. I mean, this past week, you might have a point though. I haven't been playing games as much. I've been trying to work on this fucking 3D animation thing. Not animation, 3D. It's a 3D advertisement. It's basically it's a still. You know, it just sits up on you know, display and it rotates while people walk by. Something simple. But I've been working with that shit all week. And so no, I haven't been playing that much. Fucking Tax has been giving me shit for falling asleep in the fucking party chat the last few days. Yo, man, but I've been trying to burn the midnight oil on both ends, man. It's hard. I wasn't taking no naps. My wife is trying to fuck my brains out. Shit is hard out here. Yo, it's crazy when motherfuckers is trying to have kids, man. Women be on that. She be trying to take the fun out of it. I'll be like, yo, man, I want to have sex right now. I'm tired. Be like, nah, I'm ovulating. Get your ass up. I'll be like, oh, shit. It should be rough out here. Like, I remember the good old days. Oh, man. But, there's something else I wanted to talk about. You know what? Here, while I look for that, I will put on my next ad. Shit, bitch. There's always something with this. Okay, it's all right. So it's time for my next ad anyway. So I'll put that shit on and let that shit ride out, and then I'll come back with my next point. All right.
Have you been feeling a bit more emotional than you usually do lately? Does hearing about hardware specs now seem to really get you upset? Or has Twitter caused you to develop more headaches and back pains than normal? Well then, come pick up some pony pads. They are great for absorbing your salty tears and holding back those floodgates so your pussy doesn't bleed all over the internet anytime someone mentions Microsoft or Xbox Scorpio. This product is recommended by 9 out of 10 doctors for ponies with severe salt levels Pony pads for when it's bleeding heavy, but you still want to look like you're feeling neutral.
All right, pony pads. For those that are looking to stop all that needless bleeding on the internet, go check out those pony pads. All right, so that's our last sponsor, and now I actually have my material that I'm going to talk about. Some good news about State of Decay for those that are interested, which should be everybody, because State of Decay is fucking awesome. State of Decay comes with 3 maps, relatively the size of the original map on the first State of Decay, which is fucking great. Yeah, I can't wait. They're talking about the reason why they did it is so you constantly be able to jump from one area to the other and feel like it's you're in a whole nother environment. So I'm like, oh man, this shit is great. Because they were like, yo, we don't want it to feel stale. I was like, really? All right, I dig this shit. And then they showed the diversity. When they showed how many characters, they had a ton of women of all different races. I was like, yo, this shit is dope. And then they had the same thing for the guys. They had different clothes. I was like, all right. I fucks with this shit, yo. I fucks with it heavy, man. This shit is crazy, Yeah, man. Like State of Decay is looking like it's really shaping up. Like you're talking about diverse characters. You're talking about dynamic narrative. You're talking about 3 maps that you get to go through. Because it would be equivalent to. I'm trying to remember. I think it was. I'm trying to remember. Was it GTA Liberty City that you can go to San Andreas or some shit like that? It was like one of those GTA games where you could like go from one map to like another one, but the map, I think one of the maps weren't as big, like the area wasn't as big as the actual map size of the actual game that it previously came from. But to be able to go from those areas, basically, I guess you drive for a certain amount of distance, and then bam, you're in this whole another area. You gotta fight to survive there. And the only thing I'm wondering is that like a plot line? Is that how they try to push you along and progress you? Or, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see how that's implemented. And then the other thing is they're talking about the fact that they have 3 maps already, right? And they said that possibly that they can add on more maps. So that's even crazier. It's like they can, like, say they start with 3 maps and then they add DLC. So they add 3 or 4 more maps after the game launches. That shit is fucking nuts. I can't fucking wait, man. Like that's all I want to do is be able to play fucking, like I could play real life Walking Dead in a fucking video game. I want to be Merle and chop my hand off and fucking stick a blade on that shit and run around and torment motherfuckers. And go from being bad to good and good to bad. And back again. That should be awesome, man. I mean, well, no, that's not true because I forgot it. In State of Decay, you die. So there's no like, you can't go but so far. You wild out too much and they just, that's it. You either get eaten by zombies or you're gonna get fucking filleted by your own teammates. So shit is wild. Now the other thing what are you talking about, Sing? I heard a leak from dealer that a Crackdown might come with the all 360 Crackdown version. DLC, yeah, but I don't want to wait. I want that shit now. Now, my thing is, if they're gonna give us Crackdown, why not give us the Crackdown backwards compatible at E3? All right. I mean, I'm assuming during the summertime, they're also going to do a beta. So, if they do it right after, if they get on stage and be like, Crackdown's the last shit we see, and they be like, hey, now you could download Crackdown beta now. That's just, that's just going to be a fucking problem. Because that shit was a problem when fucking Gears downloaded. I don't know if y'all remember, but when they made Gears, the The Ultimate Edition available for that bitch was hard as hell to get in. It was hard as hell to download shit because everybody was trying to download that shit at the same time. And you know damn well if Crackdown, they like, oh, and now you can go download Crackdown. That exact same thing's gonna happen. Motherfucking Xbox store is going to crash because everybody gonna be trying to download that bitch. Because motherfuckers want to play Crackdown. That shit crazy. And I think Crackdown is going to be an exclusive to the console. I'm not sure it's going to go to PC. I mean, I think Forza makes sense. State of Decay definitely because they have a strong PC following over there. So they just have to put it on PC. They might not do a day one with Steam, but I think I don't know if it's going to Steam. I don't know. It might, but I don't know. I know Cuphead is going to Steam, but I don't know if State of Decay is going to Steam. But it's definitely going to Windows. It's definitely going to Windows. But Sea of Thieves, not Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves is definitely going to Windows as well. But I don't know if State of Decay is going to PC at all. Why I keep on saying State of Decay? Jesus. Crackdown. Crackdown, I don't see it going to PC at all. I just don't. I think there's too much with that game in order to get it to work on PC and console properly. I don't know. I just don't see it. If they do, then okay, but that means that they were able to do some miracles and shit. But for me right now, I can't see it. You said if it drops to $3.99, or if it was $3.99. You saying if it drops and it's $3.99? That's a good question. I don't. You know what? I don't know because it depends on how cheap the PS4 is. It's hard to it'll be close. I give it that. It'll be real fucking close. Because if you say the Scorpio drops, it's $3.99, it's going to be real close. It's hard for me to just be like, oh, it's just gonna win straight up. This shit has never happened before like this. We've never had a console come out with already a console on, without, with a console that already exists within the same ecosystem. And with the Scorpio, it's obviously a lot better. With the Pro, it's better too than the PS4, but people just didn't see the necessity in it, I don't know. They didn't really show what it could do better. No, they did. I don't know. The Pro is just not good enough. That's its only problem. They want $100 more for it, but the value that you're getting for it isn't equivalent to that. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. I don't know, man. $300, man. That's a sweet spot. I give them that, man. Like $500 is, you got to kind of think about it. Like, damn, I'm gonna get $500. You got to save up for that. $300? Shit, $300 ain't shit. That's decent enough. I could get that. I think it'll sell well though. I think regardless of if it's 500, it'll sell well. But I think it's 400, it'll sell extremely well. That $100 difference is big, man. And talking about how powerful that thing is, because you're gonna get some people that are PC people that are gonna buy it too, man. They just are. You're telling me that I'm gonna be able to play, PC level games without the hassle of PC. That's hard to just ignore. Yeah, maybe the hardcore fanboys of PC won't get it, but you're talking about your average PC gamer, the person that says, "Oh well, I don't need PS4, I mean Xbox because the games are on PC," but now realizing that all Xbox games won't be on PC, so it's like, damn. Especially a game like Crackdown, people might not feel it's a system seller, but any game of that caliber, whether or not you like Crackdown or not, is it's doing something that's never been done before, and that is justifiable enough for some people to just go out and buy it, even more so than a game like Bloodborne or Uncharted, because for the simple fact that that at the minimum, Crackdown is going to have a multiplayer that's going to live on, and Microsoft isn't going to turn off the servers after a year, like they would on PS4. Ooh, burn! Yes, I know. But yeah, the things are it's Microsoft has a good position, and Sony also has its position. What they can do is they can maintain. Uh, what Sony has to do, all they have to do is keep their customers content with what they're getting. That's all they got to do. They just have to keep providing exclusives. That's all Sony has to do. You know, I don't believe that Sony has enough to keep people from wanting to buy the Xbox. But they have enough to keep people from selling their PS4s for the most part. Obviously, if you're talking about somebody who only gives a fuck about multiplayer, then all right, maybe they don't care and they'll sell their PS4. But for everybody else who also, who occasionally plays a PS4 game, um, Sony gives you enough there to at least keep you somewhat interested in their product. So, it is what it is. Oh yeah, my custom gamer pick is going to be up once they let me do the shit. Damn it, I'm waiting for it. Oh, bet you listen, man. I've been saying that shit. I said that Uncharted is getting milked, and motherfuckers called me all kinds of names. And the only reason why I said the shit is because people told me Halo was being milked after Halo 5 dropped, because Halo Master Chief Collection dropped the year before. And everybody said, "Oh, well, Halo's being milked. It's being milked. Oh, shit. Look at Microsoft. All they can do is milk Halo." And then Uncharted comes. You got Uncharted Collection. You got Uncharted 4. And now you have Uncharted the Legacy. And nobody's saying that that's being milked. And I'm just like, well, what the fuck? Like, how? It'd be like, oh no, we asked for another Uncharted. Really, you did? Okay, I thought. All right. I mean, it's just a standalone. It's just a story, right? It's not multiplayer because you already have multiplayer with Uncharted. And if it does give you multiplayer, it's just adding on to what the current multiplayer is. I don't. It's a double standard. So it is what it is. It's to be expected. Let's see what else is up here. Oh well, yeah, I got Crackdown 1 for free. Who's next? I got that shit when that shit was digital. I just wanted it to become backwards compatible. That's all I need, so I could play the shit. I still ain't beat it all the way. I beat most of it, but I ain't beat the whole thing. Shit, I still ain't beat some of my Xbox games. Like I'm still playing Sleeping Dogs. I ain't beat that shit. Still nowhere near beating Shadow of Mordor. No fucking. I don't know. About to give up on that game because what I need to do in the game, I don't want to do. I'm being hard headed. It's like, nah, you got to farm. And I'm like, fuck that. I don't want to farm. I just want to beat this shit. It's like, nah, you can't beat this shit unless you farm. I'm like, fuck. Which is crazy because, like, you know, I mean, I get it. It's like the same way some people felt about Recore. Like, I farmed the shit out of Recore just because I wanted to get my character stronger and all that shit, right? And I wanted all the little costumes and whatnot. So I farmed like a motherfucker. Same way somebody would for Shadow of Mordor. Thing is, I'm not a fan of Shadow of Mordor, so I didn't want to do it. And Recore, not to say I'm a huge fan of it, it was just something new, so I wanted to learn more about it. So I was more willing to do it, you know. Where Shadow of Mordor is already old. By the time I bought it, it was like a year old. I don't know. It's just a harder thing to get back into. I don't know. I'm struggling. And Mad Max is the same thing. Granted, I don't know. It's just big, man. These big old open worlds are really hard to get into unless you're really interested in the world that you're jumping into. And like, to be honest, Shadow of Mordor and Mad Max are almost the same as far as like it's like a lot of wide open empty space. One has just a lot of desert and the other one is just a lot of mountains and grass and shit. I don't know. We'll see. And I still gotta try to play Mass Effect. I ain't getting no pussy not yet in that game, man. I was talking to Bone. He was like, "Yeah, you gotta actually build a relationship with certain characters so they give you some butt." But I'm like, "Fuck, man, I don't feel like doing all this extra shit. Why can't I just do it? Like they ain't got the pull my dick out button and shit and just be like, see what she do. The fuck, man, I don't want to do all this extra shit." Oh man, shit crazy. Let me do all this extra work to get some pussy. Fuck that. That shit too real life. I need you to wash the dishes and all this other shit. And now I let you get some pussy. Fuck, man. Oh. But yeah, so what's up on here? What else up there? Yeah, actually, you know what? Sleeping Dogs is a good game. I'm enjoying it. I was doing some wild shit in that shit yesterday. Actually, I might jump on that bitch again. Fuck. I gotta continue working on this advertisement first. What time is it? 4, 5 almost. Shit. Trying to think. Maybe I'll jump on that. You know what? Fuck it. I'll jump on that 6. I ain't got shit else to do but this thing tomorrow anyway. I did all my other shit, so I should be done with it early. Yeah, man, you know how it is, Bam. You got work for that shit. I hate foreplay like a motherfucker. I hate that shit. I used to have. It depends on you, the chicks you deal with, though. That's the crazy thing. Like I dealt with all kinds of chicks. I dealt with this one chick that she couldn't get going unless I sucked her titty for half an hour. That shit was crazy. You know, I like sucking titties like the next dude, but when you're told that you got to suck titties for about a half an hour, that shit becomes fucking tedious. You be like, damn, bitch, you ain't up yet. You ain't ready. I need to see some drip. The fuck, man? Get that shit wet. What's going on? Now I had one girl that shit was crazy, man. One girl took fucking. You had to do all this extra foreplay shit. Oh man, I had to kiss on the neck, kiss on her nipple. Oh, it was all this crazy shit. This other girl fucking pulled my dick out. She wet, and I was like, damn. I was like, damn, this bitch get right. She get ready quick. Like, damn near faster than I do. Shit. That shit crazy, man. I don't know. That's what they should give you in the fucking Mass Effect, man. They got to give you that quick pussy option, man. Be like, look, you got this chick right here. She need a lot of foreplay. This other chick, you just gotta say hi and she give you the pussy. What? You just say hi and they give you the pussy type chick. Oh shit, I'll take that. Thank you. That is a dope option. Oh man. All right. So hold on, I'm gonna have play my sponsors again one more time, and then I will finish up.
Your way on the interweb today takes everything you got. Taking your head and all your worries about Microsoft's Xbox. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you gotta go where everybody hates the same. And they're always mad at change. You wanna be where you can see the ponies are all the same. You wanna be where everybody hates Bill Gates. You wanna be where ponies know the media is all the same. You wanna go where everyone loves Sony.
Yep. Sponsored by NeoGaf. Again, sponsored by NeoGaf.
Have you been feeling a bit more emotional than you usually do lately? Does hearing about hardware specs now seem to really get you upset? Or has Twitter caused you to develop more headaches and back pains than normal? Well then, come pick up some pony pads. They are great for absorbing your salty tears and holding back those floodgates so your pussy doesn't bleed all over the internet anytime someone mentions Microsoft or Xbox Scorpio. This product is recommended by 9 out of 10 doctors for ponies with severe salt levels. Pony pads for when it's bleeding heavy, but you still want to look like you're feeling neutral.
All right, pony pads. Hand them out to your friends that are feeling a little salty and pussy bleeding all over the internet. It helps. It helps. It helps with the tears. It helps with the flood. So yeah, man, it was a good one. Recap: Xbox Scorpio. I'm hoping that it's $400. Shit, cheaper the better. You know, I look. You're gonna give it to me for $400? I'll take it. I'll take it. You know, I'm all for it, man. It's, you know, I love a good deal. Love a good deal. You tell me you're gonna give me all that shit for $400? Hell yeah. And you know the future, man. Xbox needs to market this shit. Market day 4K. Kiosk everywhere. They need to have a kiosk everywhere. They need to drive shit. If they gotta drive down your block telling people that, look, man, I got Xbox, they need to do that shit, man. That's what they gotta do. But and the last thing is you know, E3, I'm hoping for good things from both sides, to be honest. You know, I think that look, competition is great. I think that Sony coming out with new games is awesome. I think that's what they got to do. I think Microsoft has to do the same, and I think they need to compete. That's all they got to do. They got to fight, man. You know, fight for them dollars. You know, because at the end, we all win. All the gamers win when Sony and Microsoft are fighting for position. And obviously, Microsoft is coming back with a fury, and Sony ain't trying to let up the reins no time soon. So this shit is going to be great. To be honest, I might get a PS4 soon. You know, during the holidays, because I'm thinking that shit going to be at like $200. Oh, you know what? Damn, that's a good question. Ooh, you know what? I don't know. It depends on what else comes out from Microsoft, because I don't know if I even have time to play a PlayStation if I got all this Xbox shit to do. I might not be in the market for a PlayStation in a while, because I'm already getting the Scorpio. And you're talking about at least three exclusives are coming out. Sea Thieves, State of Decay, Crackdown, well, Forza. And then on top of that, you got If Splinter Cell comes out, I'm getting that bitch too. Gotta have that shit day one. Dude was arguing with me, talking about he was saying something about like The Last of Us is a great game. I'm like, Last of Us is cool, but I like Splinter Cell better. And he said I was crazy. I'm like, bitch, you crazy. Splinter Cell better game to me. I'm just being honest. I'm not saying this is the best game that you have to love it. I'm just telling you how I feel about it. I like Splinter Cell better than fucking Last of Us. That's my opinion. If you don't like it, go fuck yourself. But this is your boy Livewire, and it was a good one. Enjoyed talking to y'all. Give my shout outs. DJ Sing in the house. Who's next is in the house. FC Violent is in the house. Dr. Gauntlet is obviously in the house. Panther Crane, okay, is up here in the house. Michael Conway, what it is in the house. Kelvin Brennan is in the house. Antonio Taylor is in the house. What's up, man? What's up? P. Rodusa is in the house. We got Mike Washington in the house. What's good, Mike? Who else is up in here? Let's see. I think that might be it. Is that? Oh, no. We got Bats. My fat Bats. Flip Money. What's good? We got J1TM. What's good? Oh, Dave R. What's up? You'll call him DR. We got Phantom Flagger 225. What's good? Oh, let's see. Oh, Matt. What up, Matt? I didn't even see you up in there. What's good? We got Spiting 13. What's good, man? Loft King. What's good? Yo, I remember my first loft. My shit was nice too, man. New Orleans. I got mad pussy in New Orleans. That shit was nice. Barrage Recording. What's good? And that's it. All right, y'all. It's your boy Live, and I'm out. I'll be on K Mega Show Friday, more than likely, unless I don't know. I'll be there late, probably. It's usually how I do. But I'll be there, man. But it's your boy Livewire, and I'm out this bitch, baby. Peace.